What's up, everybody? The Destroyer here. Welcome back to another cast of the Rise of the Witch King patch 2.2 version 6. Today we have a 8-player free-for-all on Tournament Hills, so get ready for the confusion. Oh yes. Should be good though, hopefully. Anyway, we have a first player, Checkmate, as the Goblins there. And we'll go this way, I suppose. The next player is Mario Sven as the Elves. And next we have Jornev as the Goblins. Ooh. Bobpower is next as Isengard. Down here on the bottom we have Fabi96 as Angmar. We have Andy-san as Angmar as well. Let's see who is up here. The Chain is Mordor. And our last player, but no means least, is DJ Premier as Mordor. Cool. So we got a couple Mordors in there, a couple Angmars in a row as well. An Isengard, a Goblin, and an Elf. Very interesting. Alright, so who's your money down on, eh? My money would be on Jornev, just because I know Jornev is very good. But that doesn't mean he'll win, necessarily. Free-for-alls especially are different. Andy-san could also be a good bet. He's pretty good. I mean, they're all fairly good in their own way, but I think Andy and Jornev are the... Well, the Chain's pretty good as well. I don't know. Now I'm starting to second guess. My money would be on the Chain or Jornev, probably, or Andy. But I'm gonna bet on Jornev. That's who my money's on. Of course, this is figuratively speaking, and there's no money involved. But hey, just for funsies, I suppose. All right, so Checkmate here is going for 2 Goblin Caves, sending his goblins out to either capture the outpost or go for the opponent here. So he's gonna go for the outpost. DJ Premier has gone for orcs. He's going 2 orc pits, 3 orc pits, in fact, 1 on each side to defend from each angle. That's kind of a nice idea. I like that. Yeah, it looks like down here, Andy-san, the Mordor player, the blue Mordor player. No, wait, the Chain is the blue Mordor player. Oh god. It's a good thing I have this written down. Andy-san is the red Angmar player, of course. Looks like they'll be fighting over here. Looks like the Chain has actually set up his orc pits around this outpost to keep this safe. Try and keep that under his control. Interesting idea, to say the least. Looks like Mario Sven's Elves have taken out some goblins, but they are about to be rushed while capturing the outpost, which is not ideal. Hopefully he'll at least get the outpost. He should easily get the outpost before they die. But his Elves, as you would expect, will fall. Although he does have some Lorien warriors there to help out. Jornev's going forward. 3 Goblin Caves. Getting a lumber mill as well. Good idea. And who's the Isengard player? Bobpower. Bobpower is going for crossbows. Is that his first units? No. He has Urukai on the field already. Looks like they have been war chanted. And they're trying to... Oh, he's got a second thing war chanted Urukai over there as well. He's going for Fabi's production and such. Looks like Fabi doesn't actually have a barracks of any kind, so that could make him get knocked out of the game pretty quickly here if Bobpower keeps up the pressure there. He won't be able to fight back. That's of course not ideal for Fabi96, as you would expect. And Mario Sven has gone for 2 barracks on his elf start there. Twice the troops, which is always good. Having more than 1 barracks is always a good idea, unless you can't fund it, of course. Which is something I'm notorious for. It's making multiple barracks and not being able to actually produce out of them. I just like to have multiple barracks. But if you can fund multiple barracks, you definitely should. As you'll keep up the macro that way. Which is good. Especially for spam factions. Get your spam out in the field quicker. It's good. Very good. So, it looks like we have a Teacher Premier going up against Checkmate here as the Goblins. Teacher Premier's got some Orc Archers here. And he still has control of the outpost as well. His Orcs are dying defending it. To the death. Let's see how things are going over here. Looks like the Chain is going aggressively on Andy-san here. And the Chain still holds the outpost as well as solidifying his position. He's also using it as a complete staging ground for his stuff, not around his fort, which is very unusual, but I think it's a good idea in this case. until that outpost gets overrun, and then he loses all his production buildings. But he can produce troops right into the production building area to actually keep it safe, which is pretty good for him. Looks like Fabi's starting to recover here. He's got himself a Morgamir, he's got himself a Hall of the King's Men, and some Axlors. Very, very nice. Morgamir's up to level 2, so he's got Dread Visage, which will lower the enemy armor and damage of the units he's fighting. And Morgamir is just cutting through them. I don't think he'll be able to kill all of them, but, well, maybe. Once the pikes are dead, I think he could actually probably kill all of them. The pikes are really the ones doing the damage, because obviously the crossbows are focusing the Axlors there. Andy-san has gone for Wolf Riders to help clear out this area. Looks like it was a good choice. Well, kind of. Wolf Riders are... they're the worst cavalry in the game, technically. Statistically. I still think they have a better maneuverability than Warg Riders, but Warg Riders are technically stronger in every way. So that would make these the worst in the game. But they're still useful. And they still will kill things when they trample. And of course, if you snipe the Thrall, obviously that battalion is going to go poof. Which is not ideal for the Angmar player. Alright, DJ Premier, some Mordor is going up over here. Gets checkmates Goblins, and he seems to be doing well. He's got a Gothmog there, which is good. Goblin player does not have too much in the way of troops on the field currently. He's got 3 battalions of archers working on getting goblins on the field, and he's got spider riders now, though. That could turn the tide, as it doesn't look like DJ Premier has any pikes on the field currently. So I think this should do well, as long as they stay away from Gothmog, that is, of course. And there's a nice trample there. Very nice indeed. Let's go over here. We got Berserkers here. Ooh. Bobpower is going aggressive with his Angmar play here. Getting the Berserkers out. And he has indeed taken down majority of stuff that Fabi96 has. All he has is Morgamir now again. Morgamir, I don't think he'll be able to kill all of this, especially with the Berserker damage. Look at that. Morgamir is going to fall here. He won't be able to outrun the Berserker. And down he goes. Fabi does have a few of these Axlors, but I don't think it's going to be enough. See who owns the top left here. Looks like Jornev has taken over. And Mario Sven has sent some Mythlon sentries to deal with it. Just knock it down. If you can't have it, no one can. It's generally a good idea to... a good way to play by, I think, when the outpost is concerned. So he's throwing up a wall hub, probably undoubtedly just to save his thing, but he could also build a wall out of it. Generally speaking, most players that are not myself don't build walls, but looks like Bobpower went for a battering ram there. It was taken out though, thankfully for Fabi, so he will live. He will live. Let's go over here. Seems to be where most of the action is right now. As DJ Premier continues to push in on checkmate. DJ Premier does have some Easterlings now to keep his guys safe. And we do have an Azog on the field as well. Of course, if he had Fury up, he would be able to decimate Azog. But if Azog had his Battle Rage... I mean, his Battle Rage is identical? 200% damage, 25% armor. His is 100% damage, 40% armor. I wonder which is better. I'd imagine Gothmog's is better. Gothmog is a savage. His little berserk. But still, if he can get him up to level, what is it, 4? Yeah, if he can get up to level 4, he'll have a chance of fighting back against Gothmog. But with enough Goblin Warriors, of course, he could fight back anyway. Yeah, it looks like somebody's going for an attack here. Andy-san is taking down the fort of the Chain. The Chain has his stuff. No, he doesn't actually have the stuff in here. He's been completely wiped out down there. And I think the Chain is going to fall here. He has a Gatewatcher expansion there. He is going for, well, he was going to go for a move kill. Doesn't look like it is producing though. Andy-san's force is too much. The Chain has been defeated. And Andy-san has secured his northeastern flank here. And he's free to move about and destroy someone else. So, the Chain is the first out. Let's see who's next. So Jornev is attacking Mario Sven here. Lots of Spider Riders. Spider Riders are great. He's got Gore Kill as well. Just gonna throw down a totem there, which will give 50% damage, 50% armor to the spider riders around it. Of course, if I think it'd still be better than Gorkil's leadership. So yeah, that's a good thing to have. Definitely utilize the totem when you can. If you're planning on standing stationary in a position like right here, would be a good spot to throw a totem if you had it on cooldown or whatever, off cooldown. Then you get the buffs while he's attacking. Because obviously his Gorkil doesn't have leadership, so... or he doesn't have war chain or anything, so any kind of buff would be great to use. And a lot of players do forget to throw down a totem when they're in combat, which is something you should utilize. I probably forget myself, to be honest. We do have a Mouth of Sauron here for DJ Premier. Alphamog might still be alive, although I'm unsure. Can't really see him on the map. He may have fallen. Wouldn't surprise me either, as there's quite a few goblins over here. This checkmate is getting ready to push in on DJ Premier here, it looks like, shortly. So they'll have a big clash. Meanwhile, it looks like Andy Son is pushing westward, going up against Fabi now. Angmar on Angmar. Well, not really, actually. He's going up against Bobpower's stuff, while Bobpower defends against, Alright, Fabi defends against Bobpower's Isengard. So it looks like Andy is actually going north here. He's probably going to get rid of all this stuff that Bobpower has thrown up here in the center, which should be good for him. I'll take a look at powers in a moment, I think. See what's going on over here, see who's winning the war. It's hard to say, really. It looks like the Goblins are losing currently. Mouth of Sauron and some Horadrim Lights are trying to take down Spider Riders. Doing a decent job of it. Especially with the doubt there. It looks like the Spider Riders will be cleaned up pretty much by the Mouth of Sauron there. Very nice. Mouth of Sauron is a good counter to Cav. Not the best in the world, but he is pretty useful. Especially when you don't have too many options as Mordor. I mean, you do have a lot of options. You got Trolls, I guess, which could counter Cav. Black Riders, obviously, are the more expensive way to do it. But I think that's pretty good. Regardless, Jornev seems to be okay here. It's Mario Sven's basic, like, non-existence. Okay, Mario Sven has been knocked out at some point. I missed that. He missed a winch shortly after the chain, I would imagine. Or maybe he went before the chain, I just didn't notice. Either way, he's out of the match. And that leaves Jornev safe in the top left there. He's not being aggressive against anybody, though. Currently, at least. Probably building up his force. Looks like he is starting to move out, though. Andy San's moving through the center here with some Cav and some wolves. Trying to do a little harassment, it looks like. Ah, that explains why he wasn't moving out. Saving for Drogoth. Very nice. So Jornev now has a Drogoth, which is very good for him. Bobpower is redoing his siege works, but doing them in his base instead of out in the center where he had them originally for more protection. And Fabi96 is still alive. He's been fending off attacks for quite a while, and now he's starting to push in against Bobpower. So we'll see how that goes for him. Let's see how Drogoth does in the center here. I think Drogoth will pay off big, especially since these are Jornevs as well. Jornev has a huge advantage here in this battle. He's got air superiority, Cav superiority, and just lots of little goblins to just be a menace. Of course, he has Gorkil up to level 5, giving himself leadership. At level 4, of course, he gets that, but he has level 5. Looks like we do have a Rogash for Andy San as well. Very nice. That could be very good. Especially if the enemy starts utilizing trolls, because Dominate Troll can take control of attack trolls, hill trolls, snow trolls, cave trolls, mountain trolls, and tremor trolls. I think that's it. But that's quite a selection of trolls, is it not? So he does well for that. Especially against attack trolls. Those things are expensive, they're destructive, and just taking them for free is pretty brutal. Of course, attack trolls can dominate trolls as well, which is good. But they can't take a Rogash, sadly. We do have Black Riders on the field here for DJ Premier. Looks like we have Half Troll Swordsmen out in the field for the checkmate. Of course, I definitely value the Black Riders at a higher higher power there. Half-troll swordsman can't be trampled though, that's the thing. Half-troll swordsman and pikemen cannot be trampled. That's one thing that actually makes half-troll pikemen bad and good at the same time. They can't be just decimated at the same time. Like Cav can run through them and not just die immediately because they can't trample them. So that's the bad part about them. And there's the Fell Wind, Witch King and Rogash and the army of Angmar trying to take them on Black Riders. Of course, Black Riders are just so strong. And once they hit level 2, which will be very shortly, they will never die. They might. See how it goes down here. Looks like Bobpower's pushing in here against Fabi once again. And he should be doing some damage here shortly. I have no doubts. Drogoth's using Wing Blast there, which does damage over time. It's generally very good against crappy little spam units like this. It will kill them like 1 or 2 Wing Blasts, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And it just knocks everyone underneath it down. It also knocks down your allies, so you got to be careful when you use your Wing Blast, of course. There's a lot of Axors in this army. It's almost completely comprised of Axors, in fact, with a few Orc hordes in there. So Andy Son's definitely got the anti-air covered. He doesn't have much in the way of pikes, doesn't he? So he's really not going to have very much defense against Black Riders and Mouth of Sauron. So they should do well there. DJ Premier's having to fend off against 2 sides. Not at the same time, thankfully, for him. Jornev was going to push out, but looks like he's going back in. He's got Fire Drake Broods now. And it looks like he has encountered an army from Checkmates. The Goblins against Goblins, Brethren against Brethren. There's a fireball right into Drogoth's behind. Drogoth, Gorkill, rather. And it looks like they're going to go for the kill on Gorkill there. Should take him down easily. He won't be able to outrun these Fire Drakes, if anything. But they're, of course, anything, almost everything in the army is faster than Gorkill, so unfortunate for him. And he does fall. And it looks like Andy Son is pulling back here. His Witch King is going to become a problem later on. Well, he's already a problem. He's got the Dread Wrath. Dread Wrath is good, reducing enemy armor damage. He's got AoE, of course. He's on a mount, which could be good or bad, of course. But he's keeping the Black Riders busy, at the very least. Apparently, I've been told the Hour of the Witch King looks different for Mordor and Angmar. Because they both have the ability, but it's different looking, which is cool. Very cool. I don't think I've seen the Angmar one. I might have, actually. How good is the Witch King here? Well, he didn't swing, so it's hard to say. The ring has been dropped. Oh dear, that could be interesting. Of course, the thing about the ring is, it can secure your victory, but it can also secure your defeats. So you gotta be careful. Are you ready to try and claim the power that is the ring? You gotta think before you claim it in a free-for-all, because that could put a bullseye on you for everybody. Because everyone knows once you get a Sauron or Galadriel out, things are gonna get really problematic for everyone else. Drogoth has been recruited for Checkmate as well. Nobody's going for the ring, though. Somebody's throwing down a blight. Looks like Andy Son's throwing down a blight there. Made 1 white there. 2 whites. 3 whites. 4 whites. 5 whites. You got a few of the Spider Edge in there. I don't know if it's a particularly great blight. But that has Andy Son slip in and get the ring and get out. Perhaps that was his plan all along, and it seems to have worked out. Now Bobpower clearly has an advantage here on Fabi 96, it looks like. I think Fabi 96 is next on the chopping block. We got Deathbringers in there. Savaging the troops there. Deathbringers are so strong. Their attack is so high. And it's actually tanking the arrows pretty nicely. Oof, almost killed Morgamir. Oh, he did kill Morgamir. He had enough crossbows and Axors there. It's literally all his army is, actually. At least he doesn't have all crossbows, because otherwise he wouldn't be able to do any damage. Oh, down goes a long shot, though. Will Bobpower move in time? Actually, his troops were buffed, and he went into whole ground stance to buff his armor. Very nice. He does have a battering ram here as well. He's just waiting for the snowbind to wear off. And then he can go and start ramming the fort once again. I guess not before taking a mill. Seems reasonable enough. He's even got alerts in there. Let's take a look at power points here. Fabby96, this Angmar player here, has himself summon Orc Snowbind, 6 power points, 52 of 425, and dropping because he's losing. And I think he's going to die here very shortly. So it doesn't really matter what his power point things look like. Checkmate, this Green Goblin player here, whose fort is very close to death from that attack from Jornev there, has Summon Wildman of Dunland, Scavenger, War Chant, 7 power points, 512, 600. Bobpower, the Isengard player, who's attacking Angmar currently, has 10 power points. War Chant, Devastation, Chain the Land, 328, 825. Looks like this lost a fair amount of his troops, but he's got 3 battering rams. This fort is toast. DJ Premier, the Mordor player over here, the white one. He's using Barrage. Looks like he crushed Andy Son's army there with that Barrage. Very nice. Let's go back over here, and Fabby96's fort is gone. Of course, we have Barrage, Barricade, Eye of Sauron, Chain the Land, 5 power points, 539 of 700 for DJ Premier, and of course we have Blight. That has been used already. 7 Orcs, Fell Wind, War Chant, 8 power points, 532 of 1250 command points for Andy Son. And Jornev as the Worm, Scavenger, War Chant, 18 power points, and 920 of 1,000. Jornev's getting very close to a Balrog, so that's not good for the other team. At least I'm assuming it's Balrog. Could be the Dragon, but most players will beeline for Balrog. Because Balrog's generally more useful. Scavenger's on the left side, so yes, it would be the Balrog. So I'm fairly certain Balrog is on the left side of the power tree for the Goblins. So Andy Son has the ring. I wonder if he has Sauron building. I would guess probably not. Angmar's economy is usually not strong enough to do that and build troops. Maybe, just maybe. He's at least secured it from anyone else. But now Checkmate is down here attacking Andy Son instead of attacking DJ Premier. So that's the thing that's happened. He's turned his attention to Andy Son. Andy Son's actually got a nice little defensive fortification here of his Troll and Wolf Dens, which have 6,000 health, so they're not weak by any means, and they have arrow towers on top because they're level 3, which is very nice. Just put that in perspective, a Hall of the Kingsman has 6,000 as well at level 3. So it's generally the level 3. Yeah, this has 6,000 as well. That's how much life a level 6 build or level 3 building has apparently. I still think Jornev's poised to win the game. He's got like really good troops. He's got fire drakes. He's got heroes. If he can get Gork to level 10, he's going to be a monster, of course. With this Call of the Deep, and he is close to getting Balrog as well. He's definitely ahead on the PowerPoint front. That will probably do well, and the fire drakes are just doing so much damage. Look at this. Oh. These fire drake brutes are falling, but not before taking out entire armies, so really, I'd say it was worth the cost. Very destructive. We have Wormtongue over here. Up to level 5 now. Well, Wormtongue gets leveled up to, what is it? 10? Is it 10? 8. He can take control of a Gorkill before he uses his Call of the Deep. That'd be destructive. And then he could summon the drakes on his side. Ooh, just in time to see a Evil Eye going on a Gorkill there. Taking him out. Very nice. Hit and run tactic there from DJ Premier. Sniping Jornev's Gorkill. And now Bobpower is attacking Jornev here. Jornev immediately destroying 3 of those goblin caves that he set up. There's a wall, I guess. Or something. Ooh, the Watcher being thrown down by Bobpower there. Catching all the Spider Riders. That's going to set Jornev back a bit, I think. Jornev should have more than the defense here still. There's only a few crossbows and stuff. Bobpower is bringing the rams. Could make things interesting. And the Giants are throwing rocks trying to get rid of the Watcher. Apparently not doing a very good job. Azog almost died there. Jornev using his Balrog power as a defensive maneuver. Destroying the army of Bobpower. And now he's going to swoop down and undoubtedly cripple the base of Bobpower as well. Indeed he is. Let's go up here real quick and see what's happening. Looks like the fort of Checkmate is rebuilding. And he's still fighting a war against DJ Premier here. He now has Haradrim archers, catapults, his Black Riders up to level 7 now. The Immortals, of course. They are crazy. Let's watch Balrog do some damage, shall we? That's always fun. Oh, this is a juicy target for a Breathe Fire, isn't it? I think so. But of course it's on cooldown, so he's going to whack at things. It's funny how much time Balrog spends just turning around. Same with the dragon. They turn around like a school bus. It's just not very mobile, are they? And you can tell he's trying to click this Breathe Fire. It's just not working very well. Wow, look at the Deathbringers bringing down the Balrog. Crazy. Did they die? No. It looks like while he was doing that, he was throwing rocks at the Fortress of Bobpower with his giants. Very cool. Very nice. Fortunately, the Balrog did fall, though. Malthasar is level 9. One more level, he gets Descent. Which, of course, can make an entire army kill each other. Kill themselves. So, it's pretty good power. I've seen very rarely used in 2.02, actually. Because I rarely see a level 10 Malthasar on. But it is very strong. Last time I got it, I got to use it, like, on a battalion before the game ended. So, I've personally never really used it myself. There's enough giant power here to take down the Fort of Bobpower with ease. Oh, there it goes. And now Lurtz is dying to Azog and Fire Drake Broods. Ballista, of course, if you weren't aware, are very terrible at fighting mountain giants in Ents. They do, like, nothing. And with Bobpower's fortress gone, I think that's going to knock Bobpower out of the game. I think Jornev should have an easy time of cleaning him up. Bobpower has been defeated. There you go. So now Jornev is safe on the bottom front, and he can focus his attacks on checkmates. So we'll see if he can win that one. I do think he has an advantage over checkmates. His Drogoth is one level higher. Well, actually, not anymore. They both have fire flights, which could equally be as destructive. Ooh, Jornev placing a nice fire flight there, killing a lot of bunched up good troops there. And of course, Jornev's got a pretty sizable base. He's got a lot of barracks, production buildings rather. Whose Azog is this? I think that's checkmates. Checkmates trying to flee. Oh, not gonna happen. Gorko falls there. Jornev sweeps him away. Jornev's utilizing a lot of fire drakes, which is good. You definitely want to do that if you're goblins. So he's going on over here. Andy Son and DJ Premier going at it. Ah, the plight of Angmar. Their ice arrows are very, very poor against Black Riders and Nazgul in general. Nice. Didn't quite hit the bulk of the force, I guess, actually. And then he rides his next through it. Sorry, they can deal with it. Ooh, the Black Rider's getting a beautiful charge off on the Dark Rangers. But you see, the Dark Rangers' damage is not good. And Andy Son has got Sauron. Well, that thing makes things interesting, doesn't it? Andy Son is losing the fight here, but he's definitely gained himself a kingly gift. The Black Riders managed to get away, thankfully, for DJ Premier. He's going to need those, for sure. And he also ran some Eastlings through his own fire, pretty much killing them before they got to battle. Gotta watch out for fire. It's a real killer. The ultimate killer, in fact, in this game, in my opinion. Looks like Jornev is carving his way through pretty quickly here, and it checkmates area. It's only a matter of time before he gets there with a lot of giant action. And fire drakes and such. But now they do have a Sauron on the field, you gotta keep that in mind, so that could be a problem. Who is this player? Fabi's still in the game. What? I thought he got knocked out. Apparently he's been left with this. He's still got a builder. Somebody, they've let him rebuild in the bottom, apparently. Fair enough. He's not going to be really a threat, but at least he's there. Let's take a look at GG Vermeer's base. It's looking pretty substantial. Looks like he just got the, I think that's the flaming shots, flaming munitions. For his fortress there. Oh yeah, let's take a look at Sauron. Looking good, Sauron. Yeah. Pretty cool. I love the little ring glow. I don't know whoever added that, but that's a nice touch. Sauron's a good weapon here, but it will not win him the war, of course. But it'll pretty much win him the war. He could probably walk up to the fortress. Actually, no. Sauron will die to the fortress arrows fairly substantially quickly, I think. Substantially quickly, that's not really a sequence of words I've used very often, because they don't make sense. Well, I guess, I don't know. But anyway, he will die to the fort. I've had my Sauron die to a fortress arrows pretty fast. He's tanky, but he's not that tanky. It's mainly just his counterattack that makes him hard to kill for units. But obviously the fortress doesn't have to worry about that as much. He can continue to shoot regardless. And it looks like Andy-san is trying to secure his position here. Oh, the army of Checkmate just got avalanched. Brutal. I was wondering what that sound was. So that would be the 25 power points from Andy-san, of course. See if anyone else has any 25 power points ready to go. Fabi's quit out there, it looks like, or been defeated, one of the two. I think he's been defeated. The Giants there and Rogesh there. So Fabi's out of the game. We have Checkmate. He doesn't have any 25 power points yet. He's got Worm ready. DJ Vermeer has Balrog ready to go. And Barrage, in fact. And Gorgoth Spire is almost off cooldown. I still don't understand why they say Gorgoroth Spire, and then, like, the little guy in the game says Gorgonoth. Like, there's an N in it. It's weird. A little fun fact for you there, I guess. Anyway, we have Avalanche, of course, and Blights for Andy-san. Jornev uses Balrog. It's about 75% off cooldown almost. Oh, here comes the attack here from Jornev against Andy-san. Jornev does have Watcher ready to be used as well, so you can use that to stop the army from actually stopping his giants. There goes the Snowbind. Snowbind is so annoying. It's really difficult to deal with. One of these giants really needs to stomp. Or Drogoth. Well, I think Drogoth would actually... Oh, apparently not. I guess that works. Jornev's keeping the attack on the fort, even though he can't do anything about it. Dominate Troll, of course, does not work on mountain giants. And DJ Premier used... Oh, no, it's not DJ Premier. Of course, that's Sauron, isn't it? I was gonna say, why would DJ Premier use his level 25 over there? I didn't see him. Sauron using the Fires of Doom there to stop the giants from destroying him. No, they didn't actually stop him from destroying his fort. His fort is toast. That's going to put a damper on Andy-san's situation. He's throwing up another fortress, though. So with any luck, he'll get that up. we have still two four players. Jesus. We still have 4 players left on the field currently. We have a goblin, 2 goblins in fact, and a Mordor and an Angmar. All fairly pretty good players. So, but one of them has no fortress currently, but does have a Sauron to make up for it, I guess. So that could be a thing. We got black orcs moving in, upgraded it looks like as well, at least with armor. Their golden armor, which is looks interesting to say the least. And here comes Sauron and the army of Angmar. And DJ Mir will retreat. Probably a wise decision, I would imagine. And now we got Jornev against Checkmate here. Jornev's Drogoth is level 8. Checkmate's is level 7. Still both have Fireflight, but once they get Incinerate, it's basically like having a Dragon Strike, which is pretty useful. Dragon Strike, you don't have to wait for it to come across the map as well. I don't think it's quite as powerful as Dragon Strike, though. That Drogoth is quite wounded, though. So, Checkmate needs to be a little bit careful. There goes the worm from Jornev. But Sauron has engaged. Ooh. It's always fun to watch Sauron send things flying, isn't it? How good is Sauron against Black Riders? He's actually dying fairly quickly to the Malthazar and the Black Riders. Roger Marcher combo there. Black Riders are not dead yet, thankfully. A level 9 Black Rider, no less. Jesus. I think the Black Riders could probably take Sauron. Gothmog's there as well. Gothmog will do it. Gothmog does serious damage. Sauron is going to fall. Oh boy. Ooh, there he goes. Exploding with his word of power. Sending everything flying. And DJ Ramirez claimed the ring is for his own. That leaves Andy-san at a disadvantage, definitely. Without his Sauron. He still has his fort up though, so he's not really at a disadvantage, but he's surrounded by enemies. But then again, aren't they all? Definitely think Jornev has an advantage here because look at the map. He's got full left side map control. He's got the entire thing. Both outposts. He's probably rich, I would imagine. Let's take a look at Jornev's money. 46,000 resources Jornev has. Yeah, that sounds about right. DJ Mir has 2,500. Checkmate has 1,800-ish. Oh, Andy-san quit out. There you go. I was just trying to look at his. I was like, where is his money? Apparently he's out of the game. Fair enough. The loss of Sauron was too much. Too great. So now we have 3 players remaining. All players from the top of the map, no less. And 2 players next to each other haven't actually killed each other through the end of the game, which is interesting. Usually it'd be a player like here and a player here that would be the last players, and then they'd have a across the map battle, which takes forever. Fortunately, that's not the case. Although it's still pretty far from a DJ Premier's base to Jornev's, to be fair. Well, Jornev's still in the running, so the person I bet on still in the game. That feels good. I had a feeling he would be. I don't know what the result of this free-for-all is, by the way. Just to put that out there. I have no idea who wins this. I'm just going off on my gut feeling. And there's a attack troll with this big old mace thing. Look at that thing. That is unnecessary. How do you even? Alright, DJ Ramir's going for an attack here. There's the blue barrage because he has the ring in his fortress. Or just the ring in his control, I guess. You still get him when you have the ring hero, so. These black orcs are dying by the thousands, though. Bloody thousands of them. And Jordan's going for an attack here on the flank of his army. Ooh, there's the fireflights. Very nice. Killing a lot of Roger Marchers there. Only thing that could kill Drogoth. Jornev cleans up and just keeps on moving. Is Jornev gonna go for DJ from here? Ah, perhaps, because DJ from here has the ring. It is highly possible they put the differences aside, checkmate and Jornev, so they can bring down DJ from here. So they don't have to face the might of another Sauron. Of course, if Jornev actually claims the ring, he will have enough for 4 or 5 Saurons if he if he was able to. So he could immediately get Sauron if he wanted to. I could see his reason for claiming the ring be pretty high. Of course, he's going to savage the base of Ymir with this Balrog. Balrog is just the best 25-point power, isn't it? Not only is it just the coolest thing ever, but it's just so goddamn destructive. It's crazy. Summon it under an army, kill the army. Breathe fire, potentially kill an army or kill a base chunk. And then just continue to take out base chunks until there's literally nothing. Except for a fortress. It's nuts. But what would you expect from a Balrog, eh? That's what I want. Of course, Shay the Wolf can take out Balrog with ease, which makes me sad, but that's how the fire and ice system works in this game, unfortunately. Anything that's fire, like Drogoth, is going to be weaker to ice arrows from, like, the Dark Rangers of Angmar and such. And, of course, Nazgul are resistant to ice, which is why the ice arrows do less damage to them. Stuff like that. And they're weaker to fire, so fire drakes and such, fire arrows will be good against Nazgul. Stuff like that. So little things to keep in mind. To learn. But still, I do wish that system wasn't really a thing. I wouldn't mind just a default arrow, like, damage type, if everything just did damage. I don't know. I don't like there being 2 different arrow types, personally, but I don't mind it either way. Alright, DJ Vermeer's going for defense here. There's Descent. Now the Black Orcs should be fighting each other, and they are indeed. In true orc fashion, they're killing themselves. Infighting. The main cause of death for orcs. I think it's actually how it is as well. Pretty sure, like, in lore, they actually fight amongst themselves quite a bit. Like they do in the movie in Cirith Ungol. Down goes the giants. Gotta love when the giant just falls, he's just like teeters until he collapses. Well, I don't know. We're starting to get an expansion across the bottom right of the map now. And Checkmate is feeling a bit sandwiched, I'd imagine. It's right in the middle of 2 powerful players. And one of them potentially could get Sauron soon. Got a dragon. We do indeed. Dietrich has his Balrog ready as well. And almost has enough for Fires of Doom. There's the Watcher. Oh boy. Brutal. And I think Checkmate's fort is going to fall here. I think there's enough giant support here to do the damage. And out comes a Balrog off of Morgoth from Checkmate. Guess he figured might as well use it. About to do it. About to lose my fort. Makes sense. Torquil shrivels up into a ball there. Dies. Sad day. What a red day. Dragon continues to do damage here. He's taking out majority of things. He just has to get rid of these building rebels, and I think Checkmate will be out of the game. Unless Checkmate is building somewhere else, which I don't think he is. So yeah, this should be the end of Checkmate shortly. Oh boy, look at Checkmate's Drogoth. Very close to death. I wonder if Andyson lost his Drogoth to a Balrog Fire Whip. I've had that happen before. I've lost my Balrog to Gandalf Lightning Sword, which I didn't even know was possible to target a freaking Drogoth while it was flying around. But there you go. And it's definitely looking like it's going to be Jornev against DJ Premier for an across-the-map battle to the death, which is pretty nuts. And Jornev might lose, actually. Oh no, the Black Riders may have overextended a bit. Oh, they've been alive. Oh, those are different ones. He's actually lost his Balrog, or he lost his Black Riders at one point because those were level 3. And there is the Balrog from DJ Premier. So Goblins over here as well. He really needs to shut Jornev down. Jornev has enough money to fund himself for the game, I would imagine. Yep, he still has 46,000. But, of course, if you lose all the production buildings, it doesn't matter how much money you have. If you can't build troops, you will be overwhelmed. They do need to finish off checkmate here. Surely they're not going to let checkmate rebuild. No, looks like they're not. Jornev is going to try and put the nail in the coffin, it looks like. And there is a builder here. Unless the spider pit's rebuilding. Oh no, the spider pit's rebuilding. I don't think checkmate has a builder. Adventurers to say he does not. I do not see one. So these are just rebuilding. And there he goes. Checkmate's out of the match. Now it is one-on-one Jornev versus DJ Premier. Goblins versus Mordor in a very large map. So, interesting to see who wins first. This could be a tough one to actually come back from, though. If DJ Premier sends an army over while the base of Jornev is completely crippled, then he could actually just clean up from that way. And that might happen. DJ Premier has got a nice barricade expansion set up there. These will be nerfed in the next patch of some description. They are definitely too strong in the lat. There's been discussion of how to fix it, but we'll see how that turns out. Personally, I think you should only be able to have one on the field at a time. Or lower the health of them or something. But, I don't know. We'll see what they decide. Upgraded Goblin Warriors. That's when you know you're flaunting your cash. Because throwing $250 armor and weapons on a battalion that costs 100 is legit. Premier's coming in with Catapult Fire. This could be bad. This could be very bad. The fissures have been taken out. And Jornev has not rebuilt them. He's also lost his spider pit. So literally he's running off of 3 goblin caves against the might of Mordor. I don't think that's going to be enough. Although the distance that DJ Premier has to go is pretty substantial to get to his enemy. I'll let goblins get in there and clean up. Wonder how good Black Orcs upgraded or good against Goblin Warriors upgraded. I feel like probably not that good. Maybe alright. We got darkness being countered by darkness. Looks like the counter was Jornev's. Not Jornev's, DJ Premier's. So DJ Premier gets the darkness. That's the problem when you get down to 2 players. One player will use it, the other player will counter with it, and the other player will be the one who gets to keep it. So it literally gets to a point where it's kind of useless to use it. I think. Oh no, the Black Riders are going to fall again. The Fire Drake Bridge is just too much. The weakness to fire I was talking about earlier really showing for the Black Riders there. And the Fire Drake Bridge will win this battle, but it looks like DJ Premier is going to pull him out. Try and save this last Black Rider so he can regenerate. And the fort should easily take out the rest of the Fire Drake Broods. And while DJ Premier is still moving forward, Oh, there we go. Very nice. A rain of fire being called down upon the base of Jornev, crushing his 3 goblin pits. Of course, he is throwing down tons of other things. He can afford to, of course. He can afford to fill this whole map with freaking goblin caves if he wanted to. Of course, it'd be nuts, but I don't think that's going to happen. It seems like Jornev is okay for now. He's still got a little bit of attack in his base, but nothing too serious. And Jornev is continuing to attack Mir as well. He's not sitting idly by or just going all defensive. He is keeping the pressure on. It looks like Mir's actually lost a lot of the map presence he had, as where Jornev has not. Jornev has tunnels everywhere, and he's also got caves down here. And he still has the outposts. This outpost hasn't been claimed by anybody. Neither is this one, so Mir is definitely feeling the economy crunch, let's say. As he's only less than 2 grand, as where we have 30 grand for Jornev. Jornev has enough money to fund this war against Mir. It's just a matter of, can he finish the game? And he might. Still betting on Jornev. I still think Jornev will win, even if he is taking some losses here and there. Azog is up to level 9. If he can get a Gorkill back out. Gorkill probably is out in the field somewhere. Let me see if I can find him on the mini-map. Is it him? Yep. He's level 9, almost level 10. That will be very hard to deal with. Summoning 3 Fire Drakes is so strong. I don't think they come with Incinerate anymore. They might. I don't remember. I remember all 3 of them used to come with Incinerate, which is pretty OP. But I'm not sure 2.02 has it that way. They may come out without Incinerate, which will make more sense. I think it's more balanced. 3 Fire Drakes is bad enough. So I don't think you really need to have the Incinerate part as a thing. God, Black Orc's death sound is so loud. You know when they die. Oh no, the Black Riders. They're gonna fall. Oh, they're dead. They went too deep. They dug too greedily and too deep. Drogoth has Incinerate. Oh boy. Still wouldn't fly him over an archer army. Oh, he has plenty of spider riders to deal with that. Oh yeah. Jornev having air superiority is going to be a thing as well. As Mir has not built any of the Fell Beasts, I don't think. I have not seen a single Fell Beast. I don't remember seeing any, so that'll be a thing. Gothmonk's going to try and outrun an army of goblins. Probably not going to happen. Might as well stand and fight. Unfortunate. And Jornev is starting to close in on the side here as well. He's also captured this outpost. He hasn't captured this one yet. But is definitely seeming like Mir is starting to be encircled. It's going to be getting very difficult for him to read, no doubt. And of course, once the powers of Jornev start coming off cooldown, like a Balrog, for instance, then he'll be able to carve his way into the base of Mir through the sheer might of 25-point powers. Of course, if you can shut down Mir, it's actually going to be very costly for him to rebuild his stuff with the economy he's sitting on. Jornev's doing a great job just keeping his troops flowing out, keeping his opponent on his back foot. And there's the Wildman summon. Another useful power to help out in the destruction of the enemy base. Oh man, Mir's losing so much. This is not good. Not good at all. Balrog doing work. Doing the Lord's work. The Dark Lord's work, that is. We do still have a Gorgoth Fireball ready to be used, but on what? Army of goblins with upgraded swords? Ah. If that's not a waste, I don't know what is. Come on, one more. Just trying to get this barricade down. Is the darkness countered by the darkness once again? This time, Jornev gets the countering darkness. I think DJ Premier using darkness was a bad idea. Maybe he's just using it to use it. I think he knows he's dead. All he has left is his fortress and this barricade and a few miscellaneous buildings. You should go out with a bang at the very least. The Gorgoth Spire needs to happen. Ah, there's the Call of the Deep. And they do not come with incinerates. So there you go. There's not even an option for them. Which is good. Because this is already very, very strong. Very cool though. There's a level 10 gore kill for you. You don't see that very often either. It can be very difficult to get gore kill to level 10. It takes ages. Look at that. 3 fire drakes burning out the storm with ease. And the swarms come in. He has magma cauldrons and Gorgoth Spire. Why not you use it? Do it! Ah, good. Yeah! I mean, he could have used the magma cauldron probably and got the same effect, but it's fine. Here we are, the end of the game, ladies and gentlemen. The destruction of DJ Premier, the victory of Jornev. Called it. Nice. Cool. Well, that was a good match. A cool free-for-all for sure. And very well played to all the players in that match. I thought it was pretty good. And hopefully you guys enjoyed that as well. So I will see you guys next cast of the Rise of the Witch King patch 2.2 version 6. See you all next time.